Like Shabbos, we have 30 yeah, which reflects a lot of what he was saying. Yes, and like obviously he was speaking to 17 years old. I don't know if it was. So obviously it's different. The person who leaves more than one step together. Don't think that just because you have that's one side. And then even a person who has student to have that. We should have anything that they enhance each other. Treat ourselves the way that you said how we need to dress well.
Oh, fun schmecker. To what do we owe the pleasure?
Isn't that what I'm saying? Yeah, that's not it. Exactly. Yeah. They don't want Shuba literally returns. The question of answer the question how do you return by saying you return. Pretty much the Stein. Yeah, I think there's a build up. So right, that was what the I only get the first. That's how we come back. Program. Yeah. So what do you say? I'm curious. A little short that one. So just yeah. So you see the I only get there, and that was why we are getting this. There's so many plays. We're actually on a higher level. Okay, let's say you make this starting. I think it's sending those on top of that.
Wait, is it your uncle?
One of my
Yeah, I know which is your dad. You're looking so nice.
So not true. Wait, I have to look at myself?
No, don't look. Just look. Here we go. I'll talk to you on Friday. Oh, really? Can you send it? We're very excited to hear from Zach Winkler this week, and we'd like to give a special welcome to his dad and uncle who are joining us here in Yeshiva.
So, all right. So clearly by the title, Am Yisrael's burning question. But before we get to what the question is, I think we have to move back a little bit. If you look over the last 4 or 5 weeks, Am Yisrael's gone through a lot. Everything from, as Rashi tells us, 210 years of slavery, to the Eser Mako, to finally being taken out, to being stuck at the Yam, to seeing Kriyat Yam Suf, to seeing the Mitzrim drowned, to the Man, and now at Har Sinai. I think there's one question anyone in this situation would ask Moshe. What's going on? Just, you brought us here. What's the point? What are we doing here? What does Hashem want from us? Why are we here? And we know Am Yisrael, as Chazal teaches, wanted to go back. They wanted to go back to Mitzrayim. They didn't understand why they had to leave. They wanted to go back. And I think in source number 1, the psukim aren't only a really great Simcha liner song, but could ultimately, Lanias Daiti, be the explanation for what this question is, and ultimately help to understand a lot of what the rest of the Torah is coming to teach us. We see Vatayim Shemot Tishmu Bekoli Shmartem Et Briti Itam Li Segula Mikol Amim Kili Kol Aretz. We'll sing along later. Ve'atem Tiyu Li Mamlaka Kohanim V'Goy Kadosh. We see now, if you keep this covenant that I'm offering you, if you keep this Torah that I'm offering you, what's going to happen? You shall be my treasured possession among all the people, because the earth is mine. You shall also be, as we said, Mamlaka Kohanim V'Goy Kadosh. You shall be to me a kingdom, a priest, and a holy nation. Wow, that's pretty good. And if you look below, the question, what does it mean to be an Am Segula? And I think this both comes internally for us. What does it mean for us to be an Am Segula? And how are we viewed by others as an Am Segula? And we're going to try to discuss that over the course of the Chabura. The Ramban comments, he says, Shitiyu bi'adi segula k'dvar nechmad lo yimasrenu amelech b'yad acher. If you put this into perspective for a sec, everything that a king has is special. It'll be the kingdom, the horses, the jewelry, just the kingdom itself. It's all extremely special. But to be the treasure, but to be the thing that is valued more than anything else by the king, the Ramban is saying we have to view ourselves in that perspective. We have to view the whole world, everything that Akash Baruch Hu created is special, but we have to view ourselves on that extra special level. The Ramban also quotes this pasuk from Kohelet. I'd like to go into a little more here. Kanasti li gam kasef zahav uskulat melachim v'amedinot. See, Shlomo Melech writes, I further amass silver and gold and treasures of kings and provinces. Again, the Ramban is emphasizing, using this pasuk from Kohelet, that we're this treasure of Hashem. We're not just another creation of Hashem, but we're really this extra special thing. The Ramban is showing us, what's Hashem trying to tell us? Why have I brought you to Har Sinai? Because you are my treasure. And if you are involved, it only, as the Gdolos Mordechai comments on the pasuk, he says it's only if it goes both ways. If I am always going to be willing to hold this covenant from my side, but Am Yisrael, it's up to you to be willing to also. If you keep it's only if you keep this breed as well. It has to go both ways. If we're not both following through, then you can't be this Mamlaka Kohanim V'Goy Kadosh. Turning the page, all of you doing the Daf Yomi cycle, we see last month, she's right. Rav Nachman Bar Yitzchak asked a pretty amazing question. Umi mishtabach kutra brichu b'shivchaihu d'Yisrael. Is the Kadosh Baruch Hu really glorified by Am Yisrael? Is he? And the answer is yes. And we see from these juxtaposed psukim, what does it say? Vashem Amircha Hayom. Right? And the English kind of just clarifies it better. Thank you to Safaria. And the Lord has affirmed this day that you are his treasure. Again, we see this idea of treasure as he spoke to you, but only, here's the kicker again, to keep his commandments. Again, as the Gdolos Mordechai commented before, we're not just right away this Mamlaka Kohanim. We're always going to be viewed as this treasure, but how do we get the score for this? How do we really make this possible? Only if we are to keep his commandments, as the Gemara in Brachot teaches us. Next question on the source sheet asks, how must we act in accordance with this? We see great, where there's Mamlaka Kohanim. What does that mean, though? I think the Gemara in Zvachim can really tie us together with the story of Rav Ashi. Amar Rav Ashi, Amar li Huna bar Natan, the story of Huna bar Natan. Zimna chada hava kiimna kame izgadar malka v'hava midali li him yainai v'tite nihale. Imagine you're standing in front of a king, and you can only imagine what's going through your head. The kavod you have to show him, how careful you want to be not to slip up. And we see here that Huna bar Natan wasn't dressed properly. Yeah, as it says in the English, his belt was raised too high, as if it wasn't in such a normal position. Now, on the side of Huna bar Natan, it's pretty embarrassing to see yourself positioned. You're before a king. How can you be dressed properly? But you look from the other side of Izgadar, this king who wasn't just a regular king, but Melech Pras. He was the king of Persia, huge kingdom. And what does he do? He looks at us. He looks at Huna bar Natan as if he's the one that has to show him kavod. He helps him. He says, your belt, it's not proper. And who never not including me think, what's going on? What's this king doing? I'm saying from this king, how could he be the one to have to take this time to fix my belt? Why? As he comes and says, why? He says, because it's been written for you in the Torah given to you, Mamleket Kohanim v'Goy Kadosh. Hashem has made you. I might be a king, but you're ultimately the Mamleket Kohanim v'Goy Kadosh. And we see from here that the Mishnah Berurah also paskins this halacha. If you truly believe you're going to be someone standing for Hashem and being an Eved Hashem in your life, you have to address the part. People are going to see you as a special person, the special entity of Hashem. Yeah, it's a matter of dressing the part, acting the part as well. If you truly believe you're part of this kingdom, you're working for Ki'ilu, the palace of Hashem, there's a matter of dressing the part and acting the part as well. And Rashi clarifies that. He says, "V'tzrichin atem linahog atzmechem b'tiferet kol kohan, b'tiferet shel kohanim." I have to act as if you're the kohen, act as if you're the priest. It doesn't just come with acting like anybody else, but there's a proper way to. I don't want this to be musri, but there's a proper way to act. We're given this special opportunity to be part of the Mamlachet Hashem. There's something that goes into it. You walk around, you're going to be looked at as someone that's special, and let's make ourselves look special as well. The famous Gemara in Nida, whoever started the Daf Yomi cycle a little earlier, knows this Gemara. Tana debei Eliyahu kol hashona alachot v'kol yam uvtachlo shu ben olam haba shemar alichot olam lo al tikra alichot el alachot. I think this just emphasizes the point of what Rashi is trying to say. If you're really going to be, right, if you're going to take all the halachot that Hashem gave you, you can't look at them as halachot, these burdens given to you that you're always going to have to drift off a normal derech because, I have to do this, I have to do that, and I'm not normal. This isn't the normal thing to do in society. This is something I have to go out of my way to do. But no, al tikrei alichot el halachot. It's part of you. It's just something that's part of you as you go. I'm part of Mamleket Hashem. I'm an Eved Hashem. These halachot that He's given me, it's not something extra. It's something that's just my normal derech. I should realize and recognize the privilege given to me that I'm able to live my life with this. Because I'm part of the Mamleket Hashem, I know that my normal derech is living these halachot. Now, what must we do to return to our original madrega? It's an amazing pasuk in Malachi. Also happened to be my haftarah for my bar mitzvah, but thank you. We see after we started at Har Sinai, Hashem said, "This is my side of the breed, and this Torah I'm giving to you is your side of the breed." And we see from there, after the Torah, we see the Sefer Yeshua, we see the greatness of Yeshua. Rav Heller goes as far as to say it was the holiest, most kadosh generation ever, to the worst of Shoftim. Then you see it rise again in Shmuel, and then you see it again in Malachim, and everything is so great. Shlomo Melech building the base of Mikdash, and then it's the fall, and then most of the Sefer Nevi'im you see just focuses on the downfall, on these nevuot, and I think the same question could be asked on these nevuot of the Nevi'im Achronim. Why? Why are you telling me all this? What's the point? Hashem saying, my breed through these years, these hundreds and hundreds of years, has never changed since we were at Har Sinai. It's been you that's changed. What do you want from me? I haven't changed my ways at all. It has been simply you. You are the ones that have changed. I've always told you, as Mitzuda David comments, L'shuvu elai. What does that mean? It means return to my mitzvot. You guys aren't doing what we agreed to at Har Sinai. You guys have slipped, you could say. You guys aren't doing my mitzvot. And then the Malbim comments and says, what's the Vashuva Lechem part? The brachot. The raining down of brachot, he explains, that will be upon us when we return to doing the mitzvot. Hashem is emphasizing, it hasn't been me that's changed, it's been you that changed. And you've known from the beginning, from Har Sinai, what has been expected of you, what it means to be a Mamleket Kohanim v'Goy Kadosh. And I think if we could take this idea of recognizing that our derech is not this derech that should be looked at as a burden upon us, but rather rather this derech that is greater than maybe than others. This opportunity we have to be part of Mamleket Hashem, and we can really achieve this objective of Shuva Elai, we'll have the schus of seeing what it means for the Vashuva Lechem. Shkoyach.
Thank you for joining us this week. We look forward to hearing from Gideon Davis next Sunday.